Well, there it was, the greatest intro in all of podcasts. I'm sorry, it just it is what it is.
No.
Well,
We are good.
welcome to the Sober Heathen podcast. If your football team is sucking ass like mine is right now, I think we're down 27-6 or something to the Packers, arch enemy. It's not looking good for the Lions, but that's all right. It's only week one, so hopefully you make time to come and join us while we're having this discussion, or you're watching your football kick some butt, or your football team kick some butt. That's not what the Lions are doing. Today,
Definitely.
I'm with George.
Uh-huh.
Sober with
Here
George.
we are.
What's up, buddy?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing, Scott?
Yeah, man, this is awesome. It's Sunday night podcast, talking recovery. There's nothing better than that. So, really, let's just jump into it, George. Take the floor, man. So, tell us what you want to tell us.
Thank you very much, Scott. I'm just so glad being here.
Yeah.
And yeah, for the football fans, I mean, whatever goes, goes. Remember, if you're playing, it matters. If you don't, I hope it matters. Somehow matters.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we are. Sober with George. Well, my name is George. I appreciate Scott so much for this opportunity. This guy has been my fan from day one. You might not know Scott, but apparently I pinpoint two people, you and a CP Van. If you're listening, CP Van, I appreciate you.
All
You
right.
guys, I mean, you're the one who helped me actually take my posts just skyrocketing and all that.
Hell yeah.
I've been having a very kind of a good reception in terms of my posts, the engagements and the reposts. They really, really helped me. And I thank you guys for that. That means a lot for me.
Well, we do it because they're good, man. They're good posts. Give yourself some credit for that one. It ain't us. You're posting good stuff.
Oh, I appreciate it. But I'll give guys a hack. This is what happens. When you leave it, it's easy to preach it. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So I'm George. And again, let me just go through my story in the most short way, in the most minimal or rather brief as possible. So yeah, I might look a bit super okay, but man, oh man, for the last probably 13 years, I've had really a struggle with alcohol since I think I was 21. I'm 33 now.
Okay.
So it's been quite a journey. At first, I thought alcohol was it. I yearned to drink alcohol since I was in high school. I mean, alcohol was the cool thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, I admired guys who were drunk. They were super confident. They were the cool guys. Nothing, life was it for them. Nothing could stop them. So I was like, I want to be these guys. But then I didn't want to find myself in legal troubles. So I waited for my 18th birthday. But then I was a bit scared. I don't know why, but for whatever reason. But then when I hit 21 while I was in college, I went in hard. I remember my first drink of vodka. That thing messed me up. And thinking that will be the end of it, I mean, I was like, well, that didn't go so well, but I liked I liked how I felt before, when I
Yeah.
was starting to drink, and I was totally somebody different. I was actually somebody I admired. That loose guy. I mean, there was no fear. Girls, all that. Ladies were my people. But if I didn't have alcohol, I was the most scared mofo.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But yeah, that confidence was super low. Well, that was then, not now. But
Sure.
anyway. um so alcohol has been a part of my journey, not in a good way, I'll say. I was struggling with it. I tried my best to make it as super comfortable in my life as possible because I felt like I was forcing it. I was just, I think for the last, I mean, I had a very hard 8 years whereby alcohol was, it really ruled my life. It ruled my relationship with my family, that is my immediate family, my mom and my siblings, and my external family as well, my extended family. But then another thing, alcohol ruined me physically. I might look this way, but I was in the most worst shape ever. So I think I have a thing whereby when I look into the mirror, whatever I see, whoever I see there, it really gives me I would say, a trajectory of whether I'm going upwards or whether I'm going downwards.
Mm.
So with alcohol, I could see it, but then I had to run away from that mirror. Mirror has never been my thing, but I knew why. Deep inside, I knew why. So I didn't like that person, never liked him. But then friends have been my really, really, I mean, I've been struggling with friends, especially friends who we've been drinking. We've
Sure.
been really having a very great time in quotes, but it was like the most worst time in my books. Sorry about that.
All right.
Yeah. So that has been alcohol for me. I don't think I'll ever be a friend to alcohol. And I'm not saying this because I mean it's so clear that when you fall, or rather when you cross that line to sobriety, and then you compare that line when you are, I mean, an alcoholic, whatever that term is, I don't think you can compare the two. But then how comes we all fall into such? So, but at the end of the day, I would say society pressures. And
Mm.
that's why friends, and I repeat, friends have really been a struggle for me. At some point, I felt like, well, I can stop drinking. But then a friend will come knocking into my doors. And then they'll be like, yo, 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 what's happening? Let's go catch a drink. I mean, as usual.
Sure.
And of course, we don't like failing our friends, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I ended up like struggling with stopping the whole thing. I mean, giving it a thought, you'll give it a thought, but at the end of the day, it's the action that counts, right?
Bingo.
Yeah, that's why guys usually say, I'll stop drinking. And then that is immediately after drinking. But once you're done, once you're back to yourself, like the hangovers are done, you're feeling great, how you go back to that bottle, you have no idea how it goes back, how you get back to it. So yeah, that has been alcohol. Yeah, Scott.
Yeah. So I think it's important, because friends that drink always are part of the conversation, whether you're in treatment or you're just trying on your own. Um, it's we can blame them, like once we say, look, I'm trying not to drink anymore, so please don't, push it on me.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do, right? Like it's not something that it's like everybody's just like, oh yeah, hey, guess what? I'm done drinking. Like we all,
Yeah.
and you mentioned it too. Society, it's everywhere, right? So every other
Yeah.
commercial on TV, every billboard, you're driving down the
True.
road, it's
True.
every corner they're selling alcohol. You go to the
Yeah.
grocery store, they have displays set up right in front of you. Oh look,
Yeah.
hey, 24 pack of Bud Light, $14.99 or whatever. I don't even know
Yeah.
how much Bud Light is anymore, but that's probably pretty cheap for a 24 pack.
No,
But
no, based on the economy, I think there's the prices have skyrocketed.
oh yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 14 is a good price. That's showing my age a little bit maybe on that
Maybe.
one. But yeah, so like we can't be upset with friends that are like, hey, let's go down to the pub, let's go down to the bar and have a drink, when they don't know where we're at with it, right? So it's like
Yeah.
it can be hard with those friends, but at the same time, do they know where we're at with it? I got clients. I just had a client talking about how they went to this gathering last week and they had a
Yeah.
Budweiser Zero and they had it in a koozie.
Yeah.
So they were getting the taste, they were getting the environment, but they weren't
Yeah.
getting the alcohol. And they
Yeah.
said they had a lot of fun. And so it's like,
Oh, yeah.
you're not going to go to like 50 people at this gathering and be like, hey, I don't drink. Please don't offer a drink. Hey,
Yeah.
right. So, yeah.
True. That
Well,
makes sense, Scott.
yeah. So that's, yeah. So the friends thing can be a challenge for sure.
True.
So let's see. I just took a couple notes here. Friends was one of them. Alcohol being everywhere.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. You said alcohol was it. Like you were referring to it, like when you
Yes.
started drinking, it was it. Let's talk about that for a second.
Well, I'll say alcohol was it because I was working towards my evening of alcohol. I mean, a share of alcohol with my friends. I used to miss family gatherings because of alcohol. When I say alcohol was it, alcohol ruled my life. Get it?
Mhm.
So apparently, it dawned on me at some point that everybody could associate me with alcohol.
Ooh,
I'm referring to my family members, my friends, or rather some other acquaintances. You want the fun guy, look for George.
right.
And apparently it's so bad because I didn't have a specific type of friends. I had a couple of clusters of friends, and all these friends, they just associated me with alcohol. So when I say alcohol was it for me. I worked towards alcohol. I planned my plans towards alcohol. Whatever energy could get me to anywhere, alcohol had to be a factor.
Yeah.
So, well, I could think about alcohol the whole day. You see how bad that can
Oh, yeah.
be.
Yeah.
So basically, for me, that was it.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, and apparently, sorry about that, but when I became sober, I could reflect back and see why alcohol was it. It wasn't clear back then, but now it's super clear what was ruling my life, what
Mhm.
I was worshiping basically. So yeah, that was that's why I refer to alcohol like it was it. And you can see totally it was it, right?
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
reason why that stuck out in my head, because one of the
Mhm.
treatment centers that I went to for over
Mhm.
180 days total, I believe, between sober living and that place, that's what the spiritual director always talked about. He's like, so let's say, there are like 30 guys in the building, and all of a sudden there's some bickering going on, and the house that we're all staying
Uh-huh.
in was uneasy. He would come in on a Friday and he'd be like, is it in the house? And
Oh.
it was, and it's going back to the AA term, your thinking,
Oh
sinking.
yeah, yeah. I get
It there was irrational thinking. So, and I really like
you.
that. It is irrational thinking, like kind of like what you're talking about. George is fun without alcohol. Sure, it greases the wheels a little bit, but that
Yeah.
version of you is still in there even without it. or alcohol, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and so the irrational thinking convinces us, and the irrational thinking goes back to the endorphins and all the other things we talked about on the podcast. It's just all wrapped in one. But
Yeah.
it stuck in my head when you said alcohol was it, and I was like, I haven't heard that in a minute.
Mm.
But yeah,
Ah,
it's like we give alcohol so much credit, right? But like for me, in my story, it was the moment that
yeah,
juice hit the lips and I felt that first buzz and I could talk to girls and I could sing and dance and do all the crazy shit that I could never do sober.
of
It was it
course.
for me too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And basically, I mean, I was reading something, I think last week, and somebody mentioned that anything that hijacks your dopamine, you know,
Hmm.
well, I mean, all these vices, it's all about how fast and how long they can make our dopamine shoot and all that, right?
Yeah.
So alcohol is so instant. It's one of the instant dopamine.
Yes. People don't get it,
So
man.
I mean, I mean, yes,
That's
alcohol. I
that's
mean, why?
yeah. That
Why do they think that alcohol is a demon? Man, that thing shoots your dopamine and makes you have that good feel
dude, dude, I'm telling you.
instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I tell the story quite often, and the people that have listened a
yeah.
lot are like, "Oh, here we go again." But it's brief. The one on
Mm-hmm.
one of my first real
Take
attempts
more.
at quitting
Yeah.
drinking alcohol, I'd always buy
Mm-hmm.
4 half pints. It'd always be 4 half pints, and it was a
Uh-huh.
ritual. It was hold it, crack it, down it. And one of my first real attempts, I don't remember how long I was sober. It wasn't quite a month, I don't think. But I went down in the basement where I always did it. I held my hand
Uh-huh.
like I had a half pint in my hand. I did the motion to take the cap off, and I went like this and there was nothing in my hand. I felt something, George. I
Are
felt
you
my,
serious?
yeah, and my brain was like, "Ooh, here we go. Here's some dopamine because it's coming." And
Wow.
so I thought
Wow.
for a long time I kept telling that story over and over again. I thought I was nuts, dude. So now I've been a recovery coach now at this place for a little over
Yeah.
2 years. I
Uh-huh.
just had two different clients tell me the same damn thing. They didn't believe me either. They thought I was nuts, and they both went and tried it. They did the same thing, and they're like, "I felt something." So when they say it's a habit, I
Wow.
believe it, right? So the memory,
It
your
is a
brain,
habit.
your brain just gets into
Yeah.
this is what we're doing today, right? And so
Yeah.
like when it recognized, ooh, here we go, I got a little hit of something, and it's insane.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can believe you. Well, from what I've seen alcohol. I mean, what people have gone through with alcohol, and what I've gone through. I believe your story, Scott,
Yeah, yeah,
because well, alcohol. You see, alcohol hijacks your mind. So, and we know how powerful our minds are, right? So, the body-mind connection. And the fact that alcohol plays a very major role in our minds, definitely such a incident can happen, right?
yeah.
And what I did in my story, I used to drink at the end of my drinking phase. I was drinking beers, which apparently I was drinking Heineken, right?
Oh,
So also Heineken, they have that version of Heineken Zero. As much as I say I dropped alcohol cold turkey, which I did apparently, but I had to hold that green Heineken Zero bottle to get that heat. You get me?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It was a zero. It was a zero alcohol content kind of a drink,
Yeah,
but I felt like I was drinking alcohol. I felt almost the same effects as I was drinking um, the real alcohol, the real
yeah,
Heineken.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean that kind of scared me at first though.
You're sure?
But at the end of the day, I realized this is how powerful alcohol can be.
Mm-hmm.
This is how powerful alcohol can take control of our lives.
Sure.
I mean, anything that hijacks your mind, that thing is it. That's we use our mind to control ourselves. Manipulators use their mind to control other people.
Yeah,
So if alcohol has that ability to hijack your mind, that means it's taking control of you.
sure. So
I mean, how
I'm gonna
easy can that be?
I'm gonna go another way with it. Stick with
Uh-huh.
me here, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
the alcohol itself isn't doing anything in my opinion. Our brain
Yes.
is convincing itself that's what it needs. So
Yes.
I kind of went down this road where like when we start saying like alcohol can do this, alcohol does this, and it does kind of, but I do my best now today to not give it intelligent features, right? So it's
That's smart. I like that. That's smart.
yeah. So well, I mean,
Yeah.
AA does that, the whole push-ups in the parking lot type thing, and it's creating
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
enemy that's not there. It's literally our own minds that have just it's trying to do the best it can, right? So like we
Yeah.
got we got all a bunch of these feel good chemicals by just picking up a bottle, right? Or not
Yeah.
picking up a
True.
bottle. And it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
I want
True.
to feel good. That's what the mind wants. It just wants to feel good, right? So
It just
let's feel good and
true.
do this thing. And it's the brain working against us more than the alcohol itself. Right? You see what I'm saying? Like that's just me though.
I think I'll agree with you. Well, can we say alcohol was a bridge,
Yeah.
kind of?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
we can
Let's
say
not give
whatever.
it.
I
Yeah.
just that was my current or my recent,
I mean,
journey
it
down the
makes.
rabbit hole, like on how to think of things. That's
Yeah.
not anything. I'm not saying like
No,
any.
no, no. Actually, what I can say, Scott, let's be real here about something. I mean, one of the tweets out there, can't remember who, but probably a guy called Tusha, if I'm not wrong. He mentioned that it wasn't alcohol. It was the version of us that alcohol created. I think that's the same thing as what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
Yeah, because alcohol was the bridge to get to this version of this version of the
right.
alcohol guy,
Yeah,
but it wasn't alcohol, right?
yeah, yeah, for sure. I think
Yeah.
I don't think I explained myself very well. Like, but
No, no, you did explain yourself well, Scott.
I think
Let's
what's
not give
important,
alcohol that power.
right?
That was so
We
right. That
have
was so straight.
all the
Yeah.
power all the time, like,
Yes.
or we would have never
Yes.
beat it, right? So
Yeah.
it's do not take your own power away. It's the moral of the story. By the way, George,
Yeah.
we were up to 62 people watching just a second
Oh, hey, 62 people. I mean, thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. I mean, drop in
ago.
your questions or something.
Well, Ellie says
Let's see
hi.
what we can talk
That's all
about.
we got right now so far is Ellie saying hi. But
Oh, hi, guys.
let's see. You said something too about being scared to drink. Do you remember what you were saying on that?
Yeah, that was after I realized the mirror thing, right?
Okay, the mirror thing. Yes, I want to go to that too. Go
Well,
ahead.
I have two versions of being scared to drink. There's a point of I was scared of drinking alcohol. I was scared to drink while I was drinking alcohol. And there's a version of I was scared to drink. Well, will I say that I was scared to drink? Not really. I'm saying I was scared. How comes I was drinking? Yet I knew what alcohol was.
Yeah.
So there are these two different versions. Well, I'll go for the first version whereby I was scared to drink, but then I was scared of failing my friends. You get it?
Yeah.
I knew this was not it for me. I mean, all this drinking, all this, I mean, this is all zero work. But then at the end of the day, I came to realize, well, I have this thing whereby I'm the nice guy. I'm a nice guy or something, which is really actually kind of like my weakness or something. I don't know if it's a weakness or a strength, but I can't change me. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I was scared of failing my friends. I was scared of guys saying, "What happened to the fun George?" I mean, and I was scared of taking the fun George away from them. Get it?
Yeah.
So I was scared. I was scared of failing my friends as much as I was scared drinking. But before I knew that alcohol was not it for me, I could drink. I mean, I was the one who was looking for my friends to drink. But then this time round, I was scared of people looking for me. But once they got hold of me, I was scared of failing them. You know.
Mhm.
So well, Scott, I'll actually talk about something here. Friends have really been a problem for me. And my number one thing that made me to get to sobriety, I had to move cities. I'm not talking about moving places from just, I'm talking about a couple of miles way, way, way apart,
Yeah.
because I had problem with friends, you know.
Yeah.
So I had to move cities because I realized if I'm scared of drinking, is it really is it the drink or is it the friends? And then I realized, no, I'm scared of failing my friends. I'm not scared of drinking. So once I moved cities, it worked. It was so easy, it was so smooth that I was like, I mean, it had to be that. Was it supposed to be this easy? But then at the end of the day, I came to realize it's all about, you have to see what's making you to drink.
Sure.
What are the pressures behind all that? We've said we're not giving alcohol that power,
Yeah.
but there's always a power that's overruling us.
Sure.
You are either ruling yourself and using alcohol as an escape, or somebody else is ruling you and still you use alcohol as an escape so that you fit,
Sure.
or rather you impress whoever that is. So at
We
the end
say,
of the day, it's all about which power overrules you. Friends
yeah.
overruled me. I was
Well,
scared of drinking because I was scared of failing my friends. But
our
here we
brain,
are.
yeah, our brains don't like us to be uncomfortable, right? So even if these friends,
Definitely.
if our friends are the ones that are problem, well, what am I going to do without them? You know what I mean? What am I going to do
Well,
without Steve and Eric and Timmy and what
yeah.
am I going to do with all these guys? They're my friends. But
Yeah.
then you take that and just equate it in something else. Let's say you're in a marriage or a relationship where it's not good. You're getting yelled at all the time. You
Mhm.
feel like crap all the time, but it's comfortable. Like, what am I going to do without them? How am I going to start over? I totally get it. Yep. And there's so many
Well,
factors that picked into that or play into this thing for sure.
yeah, yeah. So, well, I would say that I came to realize I'm not really a friend guy. Like I'm not really that guy. Who does friends and all that. I'm not saying I'm a soloist in that manner, but I would say I can be easy. I can easily be manipulated. You know, so I know that's a weakness. Because I said like a nice guy, so I try my best just not to fail people. To impress them. So I know that's a weakness. But once I realize that this is a weakness, so what do I do? I just have to go back to my cocoon and realize, is this really me? So I came to realize I'm not, as much as friends were a problem, I'm not really a friend type kind of a person. I've been away for over a year to this new city, and I'll tell you for free. I think I have like a friend, just one friend, over full year. Over a year. Just one friend. I've been doing okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, the guy is brings so much value in my life, and it's not like I also need him.
Yeah.
you know,
Huh?
yeah. But at the end of the day, well, we can't survive. No man is an island. But at the end of it all, it's all about me. You know,
Yeah.
I like this quote from Matt. This guy usually says that you're born alone, you're gonna die alone. It's not a joke. Even twins. Sorry about bringing all this up, but I don't like bringing death. But at the end of the day, that's the road. Let's be realistic. So you're born alone, you're gonna die alone. So it's all about you. Don't say, well, it's good to have friends, but watch out. It's usually the friends, you know. I usually tell people that, and I don't encourage being like riding alone, riding solo, and all that, because sometimes it's also gets to you,
So, like, I know and I'm not alone on this, a lot of the thinking is done at bedtime when you're laying in bed, right? You're reviewing your day, you're thinking about tomorrow, you're reliving or you're
Yeah,
predicting all these things. And even if there's somebody laying next to you on the pillow next to you, you're still alone in your head. And so that quote is
super
100% right
alone.
on, man. You're always, it's just you up here, right? And so you
Yeah,
gotta,
definitely.
you can't bring anybody in. You can get distracted
Yeah,
by friends, you can get distracted by,
yeah,
significant others, you can get all these wonderful distractions. But at the end of the day, if you're not good with the person, and I'll go back to the mirror thing, like you mentioned, if you're not good with the man
yeah,
in the mirror, the man or woman in the mirror, then
yeah, true.
you're in big trouble. Got to find a way to be okay inside and here and in
Super,
here. 100%.
super, super, Scott. I like that version of the explanation. Super easy.
Yeah. So we got
So,
hi Carrie, by the way. I haven't got a chance to say hi
hey,
yet, but
Carrie.
Carrie wants to know
Yeah,
if you're ever
Carrie is
gonna.
one of of our best friends online.
Hell yeah. She wants to know:
Yeah.
are you going to see your previous friends again, or have you essentially divorced
Oh,
them?
well, apparently, let me. I don't know if I'm gonna. This is so brief. So I have this thing whereby my lines, how people reach me over my telephone, or rather my phone calls. I have this thing whereby I divert my calls. Okay, I've done that for the past, I think, 2 years, while I was drinking as well.
Hmm.
So this was my way of cutting friends off. So I caught wind of a few friends saying, guys usually say you're dismissing them off because your calls don't go through. Okay. Did I feel bad? I didn't feel bad. So Carrie, to answer you, I've never needed those friends. I've never felt that I'm missing something right now.
Hmm.
So it's as good as a divorce. I mean, 1 year without seeing them, without talking to them, what else would I expect from them?
Yeah.
And if apparently they've looked for me, which I know they have, and I usually use this. This is one of the quotes that I use when it comes to friends, guys. Out of sight, out of mind. It works. It's a human thing. It's a being human thing. Out of sight, out of mind. If one of your friends just disappears in your life, let's say for 3 months, trust me, you won't look for that friend. I mean, within the 3 months, you'll think about your friend. You'll be wondering where your friend went to, what's happening with your friend. But then your mind realizes you can't, you can't, um, you can't catch up with that friend. So your mind tries to push this theory or this idea about this friend away. Okay. So I mean, in 3 months, your friend will just pop up in your head, let's say just once, 2 times. But in a year's time, this friend will be out of your mind until probably like 3 years. But then you'll be like, oh, friend so and so. I mean, wherever they are, I mean, good for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So out of sight, out of mind. Did I divorce my friends? Well, 100%. Would I want to see them again? 100% no.
Ooh,
So yeah, no, not
there
in
it
a
is.
bad way,
No, no,
for my own benefit.
sure.
Based on what I went through, do I want to go back there?
Yeah.
No. I have a small family, just became a dad 2.5 weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah, I have a
Dude.
son, Tariel.
All right.
I
Congratulations,
appreciate
man.
you.
How the heck did I miss
Thank you,
that?
man. Oh, this
Congratulations.
is actually taking some pressure on me. But yeah, so
Oh,
I have two friends. I have this guy who just I have this guy who just popped out. I mean, and I have my wifey, or rather, my girlfriend, for that matter, till we put a ring on it. But yeah, those are my people.
yeah. Hell yeah. I do.
Yeah. So I mean, why would I need such friends? Hell to the no.
Yeah, dude. So
And peace with that.
right. So
Yeah.
when I got started all these attempts of trying to get sober for many years. Well,
Mhm.
maybe I don't want to make it sound like I tried forever. Like it was a couple years at
Yeah.
least of trying before I figured it out. I had a friend. I'll just call him Little Mo, and I don't think he's ever in a million years going to watch this. But if he does, so be it. I was like, what am I going
We
to
got you.
do if I can't go to the bar and throw darts with Mo, or play pool with Mo, or go driving
Yeah.
around listening to music with Mo? What am I going to do? And you know what?
Mhm.
It's coming up on 3 years here, real quick. I, I love the guy, and I hope that he's living his best life. But if him and I never
Definitely.
hang out again, so be it. It's like,
I mean,
yeah, it wasn't
yeah,
it
we
wasn't a
wish
good fix
everybody
for either one of
well.
us. Not
Yeah,
for either
true.
one of us.
True,
So
Scott. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I mean, Scott, one thing I would like to say, never feel sorry for. Thanks, Karen. Thank you for joining. Amen to that. I appreciate you. Yeah. So I think one thing about all this, never feel. One thing I came to learn after some time is never feel sorry for saving yourself.
mm,
It
100%.
doesn't matter from who or from
Yeah,
what, but never feel sorry for saving yourself. You
yeah,
get me?
yeah.
And if that other person or that other thing cannot understand, then they truly not deserve to be in your life, right? So
That's where. Yeah, I mean that's good
I
enough
mean
to end the
it's all
podcast on
about
that right
you.
there. But
Yeah.
we're not going to. But hell yeah,
Yeah. Never feel sorry.
hell yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
yeah. Me too, man.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
you don't have to get into detail. We're at 36 minutes already, and if we get one
Mhm.
more person, we can hit the 70 mark for viewers. But uh,
Thank you
what?
guys for joining. I appreciate you
Hell
guys.
yeah, yeah. This
Yeah.
is fun. So, what
Yeah.
was your turning point? Is there a singular moment for you? Not everybody has a singular moment, and that's okay if you don't. But what was it that you're like,
Um,
I'm making a change right now?
Well, apparently, I don't like using the term turning point because I had a full year of thinking about stopping to drink.
Hmm.
Like a full year. I know I'm drinking, but I know I have to stop drinking.
Okay, okay,
So I usually try my best to actually think about the word turning point because would I use this part whereby I realized I'm not supposed to drink, yet I was drinking, or
yeah.
do I use this point whereby I just stop drinking like completely? You know?
Me, you
So
use whatever you want. Yeah.
help me. No, kind of help me to
So
realize
let me tell you
what
what
to
I
be.
say.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when people ask me this, my last drink
Mm-hmm.
was this date. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but my recovery started. It was the day that I was talking with online friends and decided I was going to go to treatment, and I wanted it.
Ah,
And that was 9 months before, over 9 months before the last drink that I had. So
ah.
I started
Uh-huh.
that journey. I went to treatment for 60 days. It was the best 60 days that I had had in a very, very long time. I hadn't felt better than I
Mm-hmm.
did. I got out, and 4 hours later, I was drinking again. But I'm telling you, when I decided to make that change, that's when the changes started to happen. And so that's why I don't like, I don't like sobriety dates so much. Like I like recovery dates. My
Ah,
recovery
yeah.
started then, not my last drink.
Ah, ah. So I think well, family really played a part for my turning point. And actually, family is what made me realize. And I'm talking about my mom and my siblings. I don't have a sister. I have brothers.
Mhm.
But one of my brothers actually mentioned that I don't know if it was a low job or something, but this guy mentioned that. I mean, you can do better without drinking. That so I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
So and I realized if this is my small brother. So I realized if this guy can see such a potential in me, well, why not? So that could have been my turning point,
sure.
but also a couple of my I think my mom had mentioned before, but I don't think my mom's word kind of pushed me into anything because I felt like she was criticizing. Sorry to mom out there, but I'll say it as it is. But no, we are cool with mom, so don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
She
no,
was
yeah,
just like criticizing my alcoholic
sure.
behaviors, like straight up.
Yeah,
But with my bro, it was I think you can do better without drinking. Well, I was like, okay.
Whoa. Yeah.
So I went I think one night I was drinking, but then I was like, yeah, I think I can do better without this.
Yeah.
If this guy can see this guy was in high school actually that time. So I said, this guy can see this.
Yeah.
And he actually didn't explain further than that.
That's all you needed, though.
I've never asked him why, but I knew what he was referring to.
Yeah. He didn't have to, right?
Yeah, he didn't have to.
Huh?
I mean, that was enough for me.
That's awesome.
I filled all those spaces, or rather those blanks,
Yeah.
and I
I just,
realized, you know what? Mhm.
yeah, dude. And I think you bring up a good point too. Like, don't call it a turning point because it's hard to determine what that is. And I think what's beautiful is
Mhm.
like you might not know it in the moment, like when it's
Yeah,
happening. And so anybody that's listening to this and they're like, man, I just want to quit drinking,
yeah,
it that seed might have already been planted, and
for sure,
you sitting here watching this podcast is showing that you're looking for information, and we don't
definitely,
celebrate that enough, right? So every question of,
definitely.
well, maybe I could quit, maybe I should quit, maybe I should. We should celebrate all those questions because that is the mind already wanting
Yeah,
out of that thing, and we don't
true,
celebrate that enough.
true.
Yeah,
I actually think once that spark has hit you, I usually feel like there's no going back. You know why I say so? Because when I was drinking, let's say for the past, I had a really rough 8 years of super, super heavy drinking. I'm talking about drinking Monday to Monday, Monday to Monday.
hmm
I'm this type of guy whereby I work online. So I'll work from my phone. I work remote. Okay. So I used to work from bars. I used to work from, pubs. I used to work when I'm drunk,
hmm
you know. So at the end of the day, I saw people. I could see people who are thinking, well, is it because of my work? Is it because probably you're drinking because you work remotely and all that? But then I didn't know why I was drinking, and I didn't feel sorry for myself that I was drinking back then. You
right,
know.
right,
So when it comes to, well, to these guys who apparently they be like, should I stop? Should I stop drinking? Maybe it's the high time to drink. Once that thought has hit you, that's it. Because I remember for a very long time, I didn't have such thoughts. But this probably this 1 year, where after my brother mentioned whatever my brother mentioned, I was drinking. Well, I had that drinking with fear in a way, you know.
Mhm.
So I would say I knew now is the high time to stop drinking. But now the problem was when, because I had not done that before.
right,
Okay.
yeah,
So, but I think if there's somebody out there who'd be like, so is it even, well, I had somebody on Twitter, or rather X, former Twitter. So I had somebody on X asking me, you make it look so easy. I would like to stop drinking, but everybody that I find around here stopped drinking couple of months or couple of years ago. You guys are making it so easy. So that made me kind of question, is this guy trying to throw blame over people? Is this guy even ready? You know? But then I realized this guy is ready because the thought of you guys are making it easy, I would like to stop. That's enough. So for these guys who are trying to stop drinking, and or rather thinking about it, I would say, and Scott, this might sound a bit controversial and all that. I usually tell people, don't stop because Scott stopped drinking. Don't stop drinking because Scott stopped drinking. Don't stop drinking because George stopped drinking. Stop drinking when you feel like you're ready to stop drinking.
hmm
Or rather, if the factors allow you, because people drink for whatever, for all number of reasons, right? But if whatever factors are making you to stop drinking, and you decide, well, here I am, I'd rather drop the bottle today. Go ahead and do it. Don't look at Scott. Don't look at George.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah.
for these guys, I would say, take your time. It's actually a bit controversial. I usually tell people, yeah, drop the bottle, stop drinking. That's what people, I mean, that's why somebody will come with such a question. You guys are making it look so easy, right? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I usually tell somebody, whenever you are ready, stop drinking.
I'm
I
with you
think,
100%, dude.
yeah,
And I
I
don't think
think
it's
that's,
controversial at all because I think a lot of us, that's what we did anyway without even describing it that way. Like,
ah,
all right, I'm quitting now. Oh, I relapsed. All right, I'm quitting again. Oh, I relapsed.
yeah,
That was the try to cut down a little, try to stop a little, right? That was a
yeah.
progressive thing for most of us, unless you're that XRP asshole that's always trying to troll everybody that he quit the first time.
No,
But the worst alcoholic
that
I ever
guy,
met. But anyway,
that guy is just a troll. I mean, that's how he moves. Actually, I wanted to tell people not to give him any of their time. That's just a guy who,
yeah, not worth
that's
it.
what he does.
He was on the podcast, though. I'll give him credit a long time ago. So check that one out
Uh,
if you guys want to see him on the
oh,
podcast. But
okay.
uh,
Actually, go.
yeah, so I
Mhm.
know I don't think it's controversial. Quit. You have to quit when
Mhm.
you're ready because
Mhm.
where I work, it's a revolving door of people going from the courts over to us to get treatment that's court ordered,
Yeah,
and then they get done, and then a lot of them come right back through those doors again a little while later because they're not ready. And the courts,
definitely.
your spouse, your friends, nobody can
Everybody.
make you do this shit unless
Nobody.
you are ready. There's nothing they can make you
Nobody.
do, right?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Trust
So
me. Yeah.
when you're ready, you'll quit.
Yeah, when you're ready, you quit.
Yeah.
I was a bit scared of answering this person that whenever they are ready. That's why, because everybody, I usually used to go to some of these tweets and see the replies, so, from the sober curious, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So it was like, just drop it, just stop it. Don't drink next time. Don't
Yeah.
go to the pub. Don't
Yeah.
stop. Don't stop.
I, I
No.
yeah. So what if you normally drink at 7 p.m. and you make it
Yeah.
a goal to not drink until 8 p.m.?
That's a
Like
step.
that's a step.
That's a step. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about, Scott. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's what I actually kind of advocate in a way.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You don't
Mhm.
close the bar down. Go home one
Yeah,
hour early, right?
that's a
It,
step,
just
bro.
start. Yeah.
Yeah,
And all this crap, like you're not doing it right, you're not sober, you're not in recovery, if you're not, if you just didn't cut it off and solder the wound, that's
yeah.
silly. That is not real life, man.
Super. I'd agree with you on that. No, super. Actually, I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So all
So
that, all that, I don't think. Uh-huh.
yeah. So let's end it with give some insight into what George is doing on a daily basis that helps George not drink today.
Well, apparently, guys, suns out, guns out. You know why I advocate for? Let me say why I advocate for gym
Hmm.
or working out.
Yes.
I mean, yoga, strength training, hits, the cardios, and all that. Alcohol affected our brain, our bodies physically. Let's
Hmm.
start from there. So I went for gym, but okay, I used to be in the gym and all that. But I'll advocate for working out because it reshapes your body. Alcohol hijacks your body, it hijacks your physical health. Now you have to regain back that physical health. So I would say working out. That's number one. Also, fasting, back to the physical health. Intermittent fasting, um, 1 meal a day, 2 meals a day, cut on the snacks, cut on all that, hydrate more. It's basically about bringing the physical health back.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say go for the physical health first. And then I'll go for the mental health first. I mean, once you're physically fit, you actually you be it's I think it becomes a bit obvious that the mental health
Yeah.
it reciprocates your physical health in a way. Okay,
Yeah.
so I would say gym first, and of course, mend your mend your family bonds as well. I mean, you broke a lot of bonds, so mend them back. Alcohol is not a it's not a friend to families. It's not a friend to tight friendships or tight bonds.
Yeah.
So whoever was close to you, and I'll go back to friends. If you had a friend who was talking to you and telling you, Scott, you need to cut this alcohol down. That was a friend. That was a bond that probably it wasn't worth losing it. So
Yeah.
mending those bonds back, it's actually something I'll go for. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say workout, mend your bonds back. The rest will come. The rest will work out.
Yeah.
But those are some engines that I usually feel like when you make those cogs turn, the rest of the cogs just start to turn.
Yeah.
And another thing before I forget, I do a lot of grounding in terms of beach walks.
Okay.
It does help. But as much as it's back to the physical health, it works on the mental health.
Yeah.
So I'd go for that.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
fasting, we don't realize this, and I didn't realize this. So, and I'm
Mhm.
kind of diving in this too. There is a little bit of a dopamine, a feel good hit when you're like, all right, I'm going to fast for 18 hours today, and you hit
Yeah.
that 18 hours, and you're like, oh man, I'm not really that hungry, and then you have your
What's
one meal or
yeah.
whatever, and you wake up the next day and you're like, I feel good. Damn, I fasted for 18 hours yesterday. That's really cool. You know what I mean? Like you can get those little feel good releases from that too. And
It
absolutely,
it works, trust
yeah,
me. It
yeah.
works. It works, Scott. It
Get a
does. It's
step
not a
counter.
joke.
Yeah, get a step
Yeah.
counter and beat your goal, for the week.
Yeah.
Just set these goals. And you know what? You set goals like that, like George is saying, you go to the gym, go for 15 minutes. Who cares? Go in, do a set on something, and
Take
then
walks.
say
Yeah.
tomorrow
It
or
works.
in a couple of days, I'm gonna come back and do 2 sets. That's what I had to do. I was embarrassed to go in the gym, man. I was a fluffer. I was so fluffy from freaking drinking and fat, and it's not cool. Don't worry about that. Nobody cares, man.
Yeah, nobody cares, man.
Yeah,
It's just you at the end of the day. It's just you. You protect you, you save you, you take care of you. That's
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah. And one of my favorite quotes, and I say it all the time, and I'm going to say it again, is do
Mhm.
something today that tomorrow you will thank you for.
I like
And
that.
and if that's a fast for 10, 12 hours, if you're snacking all day and you can cut yourself off for 10 hours one time, you've never done that before, that's a fucking win. Tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to
That's
feel
a
better. You'll be
win.
like, I didn't have that bowl of ice cream last night. Good on me. Take those wins,
Yeah.
man. It sounds
The
silly,
small
but
wins count.
yeah,
Yeah,
all of
they
them.
do. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can you believe that was 53 minutes of chatting, George? That went
I
quick,
like
and we have
that. I like
73
that.
people watching. We had 72 people
Thank you
watching on.
guys for joining. I appreciate you
Yeah,
guys. Thank you. Appreciate you. Means a lot.
yeah, man. So, you got anything else you want to throw out there before you go? But if you're on X, which 72 of you
Um,
are, find George. Good
so
follow.
let me throw this down. It's actually something I came to realize. And guys, sorry for this, but I'm a bit guilty of this. Well, I at first I wanted to start the sobriety thing and kind of commercialize it, but then I realized that's being a bit selfish. So I'll throw this point out to everybody. These days, I decided, you know what? I'll make it my goal not to make a buck out of somebody who needs help from sobriety, with sobriety, sorry. So I'd like to throw this to the rest of the guys. I know people who commercialize all this in terms of, and I'm talking about, Scott, I'm not talking about guys who have roles, or rather they make a living out of roles that I'm talking about going online and kind of taking advantage of people who you think they need help,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So I would say head first, especially in the social world. in the digital world, you know.
Mhm.
So I'll throw this to everybody out there. Guys, help everybody out there. Don't go commercializing everything and all that. It's a kind of an ick that
Yeah.
I've been thinking about, and I had to throw it out there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
People pick up on it too, dude. They know they can sense when you're not, and if they don't pick up on it and you're in it just for the money, you're gonna ruin it.
Ah,
You're gonna ruin it for the next one
I
that's in it
like
for
that.
to help. You know what I mean?
I
So
like that. I like that.
yeah,
I like that. The fact that people pick up on it, that should be it.
yeah, they will.
But yeah, help people out there. It's free. I mean, just help
Hell yeah,
save somebody. Save somebody.
yeah. Just have a chat.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, Scott.
All right, man. George, this was great, buddy. Look forward. Find him
That was great.
at Sober with George on X and check out his stuff. It's good stuff. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, guys. And to more tweets and to more help. Have a good one. Thank you for everybody who joined.